Welcome to Follow the Journey. This video will show you the top places to visit to follow the journey of Mark in the colliding worlds of Hullochry. We start the journey off in Hull, the place where it all started. It is a beautiful coastal city. If you have come by train or bus, you're in luck. Mark's flat and estate is literally right behind the station. Go through the back entrance, following signs for the car park. Once you get through the parking, turn right and follow until you see Pease Street, or the Headscarf Revolutionaries art at the side of the building. You cannot miss it. Unfortunately, you cannot enter the flats as people live in them, but you can see the place from the outside. However, the place is much nicer in real life than in the film, as we have roughened it up for the camera. If you were expecting to get mugged by some smackheads, you're in the wrong place. In fact, the locals were very pleasant and talkative. I was caught up in a conversation with a local lad who was waiting for a bus to go to his mates. We chatted the entire way and missed the bus stop. If you're watching this, did you have a good one? You're also within a less than a 10-minute walk from the city centre, so access is very easy. Best time to visit. The footage here was recorded in autumn, but going at any other time of the year is also okay. If you want to try to replicate the Hullochry atmosphere, visit when it is raining, cloudy and grey. Hullochry, Scotland. The place that Mark finds himself after looking for a remote Scottish location to do a moonlight flit from. It is a village-sized town in Perth and Kinross, where there are 3 shops, the Co-op, Premier and a Londis, at the petrol station, of which they do not have bread most of the time. If you want bread, remember to stock up or go to Perth. There is a pub in the heart of the town, but it is the literal definition of the stereotypical pub: overpriced, octogenarians, crap music, as good as dead atmosphere. One thing that's missing is the stench of piss and rotting spilt ale. Towards the northeast of the town, there is a road called East Mulan Road. Just before Hullochry High School, there are some houses on Old School Place. Mark's new place is at number 12. Unfortunately, you will also not be able to enter as people reside there. If you have watched Hullochry and are watching this, I think that you're probably not fussed about the shopping experience and more about exploration, then the surrounding areas will not disappoint. If you are coming to Hullochry, think about the surroundings and not the town centre. Mulan Hullochry. Mulan is an area in the north of Hullochry. This is the last trace of civilization before Benvrackie and the Cairngorms. I told you this would not disappoint. This is the area where Mark lives and works. Here is a much better pub, which is Mark's new local. Looking at the snowy mountains, having steam coming out of your mouth whilst having a pint. What's not to love, eh? And this is the pub where Mark met his new best mate and employer. This is a picturesque location, but if you're wanting to take pictures for your social media, good luck with that. No signal for 1 mile. And you can forget taking burials up here. As you go back to the centre west side, there is a beautiful stream which follows you to the town. Hullochry Dam is a beautiful, public walking area neatly tucked in but not far from the rest of the town. Mark spends his time exploring around here often. He also maintains the paths and forestry around it. As you go to the other side of the water, you can see the inner workings of the dam. You cannot tell me that these sites are not beautiful and fascinating. If you are, you're lying. Simple as. Look at these photos. Rewind if necessary. On the other side of the dam is a secluded path, which takes you up to the historical Fonab Castle, which has been converted to a hotel and restaurant. You're now at the outskirts of the town. There is plenty of all-encompassing trees, which surround the A9, the only road in and out of town from major Scottish locations. If you are taking photos for social media, you may be able to catch some 2G or 3G signal if you're lucky, which is better than nothing. None of the 4G and 5G stuff here. Portnacraig is the name of the area that is split from the rest of Hullochry by a train track. If you are to walk there, You literally have to go on a train track. This is where Mark lives for the first few days in the tent. It is very secluded. Basically, no vehicles here at all. At the train track border, you have a vantage point of the rest of Hullochry and the mountains, and at the River Tummel border, you also have the vantage point of the entire town. As with the dam, you might be able to catch some 2G signal if you're very lucky. This is the most underrated area of Hullochry, as it is mainly for the locals, and it is easy to go unnoticed from the rest of the town. As the famous saying goes, the best places are off the beaten path, and this proves itself very true in Hullochry. There is also a modern theatre, which is hidden by some trees, and there is a small restaurant. Mark does forestry around there too. The best time to visit Hullochry is around December and the beginning of January, as your time will be best enjoyed when it snows and ices. This is also the ideal place to spend Christmas and Hogmanay. If you are from parts of England, or the world, where you do not have snow, don't even think twice and go to Hullochry in the winter. You will thank me later. Thank you for watching. I hope I have given you some inspiration for your future travels. If you visit any of these locations, add your photos onto our social media page at Hullochry. The best photo will have a special post on our page,